Hello, we're just gonna jump live. Maybe have to hide my tail on this one. That's fine. I wasn't doing any of this with motion. But I have a bit of a new outfit going. This is cut off slightly more than I want. Give me a sec. Go up just slightly. Yup. I was spending today updating my model. I like the Snorlax hoodie, but given the amount of Rougemon I'm doing, I figured I should finally make a bit more of a Pokemon model and just have some fun with it. Hi Bruce. I, in fact, have altered the Cat Haru redeem a little bit. It's now Cat Haru or pick your evolution. Hi Bruce. Yeah, I thought this was all adorable. I love the Eeveelution shirt in general. And then there was all the Eeveelution hats that I could add. So I figured it'd theme well, since I'm always talking about how I love Eevee anyways. So why not rebrand my Pokemon streams a little bit more Eevee focused? I hope everyone's having a wonderful night. That was quick. And here I was theming for the water. Up a little bit. I think that's fine. Well, I'm still gonna start with a water run. I was gonna do Vaporeon with water, but we'll switch to darkness after this. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Plus, this one doesn't get in the way with my tail. I very well might, on the Vaporeon, have to remove my tail for that one, just because that looks a little awkward on the corner. Yeah, all the hats have little things going on, and just are adorable. Called it, Bruce? Yeah. But we're back with Rougemon. The last one is, like, as the last Rougemon run until Sunday, because tomorrow night's going to be going for Ocarina of Time instead. Think about being a VTuber because I don't know how to do them myself. I feel like it'd be a little awkward after being live cam so far. I actually know a number of people that used to be live cam and then went VTuber. And like, the two easiest ways to go VTuber if you want to do it without breaking your budget is either Vroid, which has a lot of dress-up options. That is what I am. So I can buy a lot of assets to use on my model and easily switch out stuff. Or going on VGen, Fiverr, Etsy, and going through the pre-made models. A nice VTuber model to get the art and rig it is going to cost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, but you can get a pretty nice looking pre-made model that other people might be using, but it's pretty uncommon to run it or run into them for about $10 to $40. Thanks, Kritika. Yeah, I've got one for every Eeveelution now. Also got the new hoodie. I decided to retheme a little bit. Figured I might as well be a little bit more adorable while playing Rougemon. Kabuto. You take Pexley. I hope you're doing well, Katika. Hope you had a lot of fun with Celeste last night. Thanks. Like, I've always liked the Snorlax hoodie, but I wanted to do a little bit more. Sure. Vroid Studio is what I end up using myself. And then either VC Face or Vignon to run the model. with that said, let's see if we can get a run going. Yeah, if you ever need any help, just let me know. I'm always happy to help people. Get in the water. I don't have much attack. Best option is going to be feint attack or I get lucky on weather ball. I'm not sure what the weather in the lab is. That's what I thought. Hey, Mars. Oh, no problem. Hopefully my audio levels aren't too bad. You can hear me decently clear over the music. If not, just let me know. Yeah, there I go. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day, Mars. I hope you're not at work still at this point. Alright, guy, have a good one. My link connection one is bad. Let me see if this one's working. If that one's not working, I'll go grab a different one. It's annoying. Discord, even if I set it to unlimited, likes to disconnect them from time to time. It looks like that one worked fine for alright. Cool. Also, thank you. Yeah, I was happy to hit the 700 last night. It is a nice milestone and ahead of my schedule too, because my hope was to hit 700 by the end of this month. So that's always nice. I'm still gonna have problems getting out of here. Appreciate it. Yup, 700's getting up there. Be paralyzed. We're out. I honestly don't know which Watermons I'm looking for here. I appreciate the love. I'm just happy that I've managed to find so many wonderful people that want to hang out with me too. I've mentioned it before. I didn't actually start into the streaming with the idea of being positivity, you know, just hopeful, etc. That's kind of am by nature, and as I streamed a bit more, I just kind of realized how much I enjoyed having people, you know, be uplifted and just carrying that vibe. Because not only does that potentially help some other people uplift their days, it keeps me in a good place too. Like, just having a community that is happy and good vibes in general really keeps me in a nice place with, you know, everything else that goes on in my life.
Subscriber hype.
Thank you so much for the 9 months, Brawley. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've been just enjoying yourself. I should actually look what the mons I'm doing, not just run the tentacle that isn't runnable. The toad is no, but a 220. Yeah, I appreciate everyone that wants to hang out here, and I'm so happy that y'all enjoy it here too. It really means a lot. It truly does. Wiglet might be runnable. Not much. We're doing some more Rougemon tonight. I'm unveiling a new version of my model, new outfit that I maybe should have saved for the affiliate stuff. But given how much I've been doing Rougemon, I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to release it now. Hoping everyone likes the new look. Thank you for the cheer, Zombie Kitty. I did set up a new one for that one, as you might be able to tell. I mean, this is probably my mon, but I'll look at the other one. It's big community-focused streamers, community-focused for that exact reason. It's part of why I like to stream so much. Thank you. Yeah. I love the sense of community you can do. When I first started streaming, and I've mentioned this before, but it doesn't come up too often, I honestly didn't really watch much streams or many streamers, etc. I was still under the impression that a lot of the streamers were, you know, against each other, etc. I didn't want that from the get-go. I wanted to make streamer friends and see what we could do. And then I realized by finding some other people that there's plenty of people on Twitch that want to have, you know, shared communities and be there for each other. And I've just found more and more people that build up their communities that way and just support each other. And that is wonderful. Hi, Blue. Hope you're having a wonderful too. And hi, Amro. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Yep. Yeah, absolutely just have to look around some. I lucked into some stuff. So I don't actually surf Reddit that much. And early on in my streaming, I was hanging out in the VTuber Reddit, just trying to learn stuff. And then a user by the name of MothMe posted a link to a Discord for new VTubers to collab. And that was one of my best choices as a streamer, joining that randomly, because a lot of the core people that I end up streaming with, I ended up meeting in that group to start with. And just random chance has led to a lot of stuff in my life here. Like a secondary thing, I brought up Streaming Falcon before. I met him randomly by doing Questmaster, which I played on a whim. I didn't know how it would do for me, but I didn't really care. I was like, I just want to play this. If it does okay, it does okay. And then Questmaster actually did far better than okay, but then I met a bunch of other contacts that I would have never met without it. It's a very small game, but it's had such an impact on my streaming career, because I met Falcon there, I met Paranoia, I met Waffle, but Waffle's hard to line up with. And like, I wouldn't be on my stream team without Questmaster. My stream team does not have a focus on Questmaster. I just met a bunch of people from Epilogue Gaming while doing Questmaster because they got interested in it. And it's been great getting to know them because they're a huge community group too. And yeah, it's always good to support anyone that wants to support others. I love randomly finding people that are that same way. It's just a great vibe. For how the Psychic run went last night, I've actually talked about it in a couple places. How much HP stuff do I need to get rid of? We're just going to toss the fresh water. So, I don't know when you were here or when you left, but I had Fairy Wind. It is a 40 power fairy move. There are so many better. This mod has one of them I was searching for, Moonblast. I had picked up Remodeler at Gym 2. Gym 5 or so, I picked up Buy a TM from the Cerulean Market, which is like 10 of them. And then near the end of the game, I picked up Move Relearner that gave me 9 more chances to find something. And despite every single TM pickup, despite the extra 19 moves or whatever, I never found a better fairy move before the Elite Four. And so I just did not have enough firepower to get to the Elite Four. That run died on the Elite Four, unfortunately. I tried so hard to fix that run. You're a quick little cat. It was still a fun run, and nice to just get on a run. It's all good. I don't make it far in general too often. Rougemon is tricky to get a run going on. If you don't get just the right things lining up, it could be a problem, and then if you ever second guess yourself and do something wrong. Like, this mod has potential. That's the reason I took it. With Giga Drain here, I can keep myself decently healed up. And then I've got decent stats and evolve at not too late. You gotta be Dragon Pod. When you started out and left challenge running hitless runners, they're also kind of nice. From there, I met so many lovely people who branched out. It's funny how streaming can make you meet people. Yeah, that's actually a wonderful point. I'm not really big into racing and whatnot. Some people have asked me to, and I'll probably do that's nice for me. Do that at some point, but especially with the randomizers. The randomizer community is so friendly and wonderful. I have met so many great people through the randomizers as well. they're another group that just does a great job of lifting each other up, helping you learn what to do. A lot of my regulars are actually Zelda rando players. And then some of the other streamers that I have learned from and whatnot are also just Zelda random players. Like, I'll raid into Riche on Thursdays a lot. I randomly raided into her a few months ago, and she's just been great to get to know, hang out with, because she does a great job with her community too. But it's interesting how some of the groups that you wouldn't necessarily expect being super friendly actually are. Because I always thought, like, the people that speed race a lot, be super competitive, see everyone as an enemy. But no, like, I haven't done the speed racing myself, but I definitely watched a couple other people that do get coached by the players that are better so they could get better, because they just wanted to see each other do the best they could. Yeah, I just have fun with the rando. I'm not against doing a speed race at some point for the sake of casual, but like I've mentioned to a few people, if I do, one of my criteria is you can't be taking it super seriously, or at least you can't be bothered when I'm not taking it super seriously, because I'm still going to talk to my chat. I'm still going to hang out with chat. I'm still going to get distracted by stuff. I won't stop to not do raids, etc. Like the few times I did speed runs with Dungeons Infinity and couldn't shout out anyone, I just felt awful. I did not like that feeling. People in this community like that usually just chatter, haven't been there long, streamers always call them out, so it's nice. Yeah. I mean, I think it probably comes out to just expectations against reality. Your expectations is everyone is a serious competitor and they're going to do everything they can to beat their competition, where the reality is isolation and not learning from each other and supporting each other is just training. So everyone kind of just figured out it was better for that. Thank you for the other 69-bit chair. You hit the second sound effect I have on there, Zombie Kitty. I hope you liked that one. Luckily, neither of those seem to be too loud. Tempo is can't be confused. Yeah. It's great. I'm glad you like it. I landed on the anime WoW pretty quickly. And as I posted in the Discord, I felt the Apothecary Diaries hand grab one might have been a little bit too much, which is why I went with the shy picture instead for the chair. But yeah, I searched for the second one for a bit, and the oh yeah, I found the oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. Also say, it's nice to have a mon that I'm just sitting here chatting with you all, so I'm not too worried about what's going on in the run. I'm feeling pretty good about the early game of this one. These are some really good moves with a solid special attack going into Brock. Okay, it's electric. I'll steal some life from you for the heck of it. Ow! That's a problem. This thing actually has a lot of special defense. I died. That's what I get for saying anything confident in this game. I should have Moonblasted it twice from the beginning. I wasn't expecting it to have quite that much special defense. You take Feebas, I think? Oh no, Feebas is only 200. I have Thunder. Maybe I get out. It happens. Getting class Brock is kind of a crapshoot. 2 Thunders in a row, and we're out with a Feebas. You're a Roguestone evolution. You're a Roguestone evolution that goes hard, though. I don't think you're usable, though. always tempted to run the last thing.
Hydration
I know it's
check.
not great, but I love how it looks. Thank you for the hydration. Always appreciate it. All right, Looper, what do you got for me? Okay, speed on those, but you only have to get a level 20. Now your moves kind of suck. All right, Magikarp, hope in a dream with you. Whirlpool, Icy Wind. I might be able to hope in a dream. This Whirlpool's not great. Icy Wind's decent. I would need another move. But Magikarp is going to evolve pretty solid if I can get it to 20. But we'll see what else we have. Don't quite like that. Those aren't bad. Skull Bash is a pain. Not Bush. And then this is the thing I kind of just like the look of. You got attack. And pay-per-view. Yep. Is it this one or the Quaxley then, right? You learn moves at 10. You just learn one at 15. Wait, when do you learn a second move? 25. Magikarp moves on. Hey, Christopher. Yeah, I started as a Vaporeon, but someone used the alternate Cat Haru to turn me into the Espeon version. I've got that going on, as well as the new hoodie now. Let's just go with the Hope and Dream Magikarp. Oh, what was my fast mine? Is it you? No. I think you had like a 19. There we are. Oh, Christopher rolled another 20. And yeah, Zombie Kid's right. It's Umbreon. I forgot for a moment what I was wearing. I suppose I should decide right here, right now, if I allow you all to pick one of two outfits that I also did on a 20. But if I do, I'm not confident you'll ever stop picking that outfit. I made something wonderful. I should maybe hold on to it, but it's related to what I've done. Hello, Zuki Wookie. You like turtles?
Oh no,
Right.
you
The odds of
caught
this
me.
going on a run are about 1%. But, hey. Why not give it a shot? Well, this is a good start for this. That's a problem. Survive with 1 HP. They're banked to a degree, Christopher. I need to make an actual proper banking of them. I've been very bad about keeping tabs on that. More so, I either need to figure out a way to do it automatically or get someone else to help with that. So you all are luckier than I expected. That did nothing. There I go. If I save the one outfit, There I go. Which, by the way, Christopher, did you want any specific redeem? That's the thing. I don't know exactly what I need to do to have it done auto. I have a theory. I might be able to add an extra function on the 20 to be able to make it do a counter up as well with the 20, and then it'd be able to tell people how much it does. Like my hope redeem tells you how many hope. I might be able to imitate that just in the 20 in order to do that. I'm gonna have to look at that. Usually costume change, but this one's fine. Yeah, I was hoping you all would like the new one. I gotta live. Oh, that's not gonna work. You gotta die from this.
Maintain perfect posture. Check.
Yeah, I need a conditional like that. I already had the problem trying to set up something. My dice system was actually originally 100, but it didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. I had it randomized well enough that within certain numbers it would do that, but because of how the system worked, it only produced a result if you rolled a number that was within the range that would produce those results. So you could roll 9 times and get 0 times and post anything, or like 5 times. But hello, Darcy. I'm doing well. I hope you are too. So I had to manually do the other thing. I'm on Mix It Up, which is probably just some stuff I'm missing. I need to also do the streamer bot at some point, especially if I go back to Iron Mom for a bit, as Iron Mom would let me have bot commands for a bunch of stuff. We are out. Honestly, didn't pay attention to my hats. Okay, this thing's super slow. Okay. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff I still need to learn with it. Setting up everything can take a while. And like I've been doing the auto shoutouts, which I hope everyone actually enjoys. Like, they're a bit spammy, I suppose, if a bunch of the streamers I know pop in. And maybe it's not sustainable over the long term. I might have to trim them down some. But I like shouting out streamers that, you know, come out here and support me, and that way I can also try to direct some people towards them and support them as well. It was something that I wanted to do for a bit, and finally figured out how to do it thanks to Darcy. I'm not killing anything. I guess I'm getting this level 6. Yep, I really appreciated it, Darcy. Yeah, with the information you gave me, I was able to run with it. I was using the, Oh, you're not even faster. You're just 1 point faster. You just have electric moves. Jerk. But, yeah, let's just say for the costume, I'm unsure if I want to reveal or not. I combined some of the Eevee stuff we have going on right now with the new hats with an older costume I have. Yeah, Mix It Up can do so much and then be so confusing. If you miss just a little bit of your commands, it can really mess with stuff. Yeah, I need to finish learning StreamerBot. What I wanted to do within StreamerBot was set up my wheel spins for stuff. As while it's fine to have them separate, I wanted it all just to be functioned within OBS, so I didn't have to be capturing a browser or anything like that. I've been better about making sure I don't have random stuff I don't want to show up on stream show up on stream. Not that I have anything ever open that I would be truly ashamed to have seen, but for the sake of there's some stuff I just don't want to be shown, I've been trying to streamline some stuff. Oh, Paige doesn't really explain everything too well. Oh no, not at all. But yeah, StreamerBot, I am missing the last little bit of sense to how many mods do I have? 3. Make it connect to itself. That is what I've been fighting with. You're a rogue stone. We can still look at you. Feels like me and modding QM. Some things that Visual Spark done it work right. Essentially changing to when both should be fine, it suddenly works. Yup. Code is funny like that. Plant Pearl, you are hard to look at when I'm fast forwarding. Alright, you're slow. And your physical moves suck. But I gotta play Gambamon, I think. I want to find a Quattro to check the last one. Ah, screw it. Are you a little bit faster? You are a little bit faster. Just slightly weak. Oh, you don't have the saying on there. Never mind. We're going this one. Yeah, Slowpoke's my fastest mod, which is amusing. At 14. 8, 9, and what were you? 10. But the hope and the dream on this is simply because look at that attack, look at pure power. I gotta try. We're just gonna hopefully lick everything to death. Yep, that's the plan. Licking everything to death. It is my only physical move that I can regularly use. I gotta toss the Moo Milk. The stream goes well so far, Malvex. I'm showing off a new costume that I said at the beginning. I maybe should have waited until the end of the month for the affiliate stuff. But, you know what? It fits what I'm going on. One lick death. Two lick deaths. Oh, I did not pay attention. This thing doesn't get moves. That is going to be... I don't think I can run this unless Brock gives me something, but it's too late not to run it. You're right, it is Pride Month. Maybe, just maybe I should... Oh, I'm dead. There's no way I survived 2 Hyper Fangs. Maybe, just maybe this one time I should let you, say, choose the mystery costume, Christopher. But not let you all choose it going forward for a bit until I figure out what exactly is a good time for that. It's a lot of special special attack. And then moves that are not going to be very effective.
Maintain perfect posture. Check.
We're going to start with a Confuse Ray, I suppose. Hey, J-Will. Yeah, I think that's 2 nat 1s in a row, which is just sad.
Hi, how are you?
All right. So I was watching someone else and was finally, like, oh, that's a really good idea. I should absolutely use the map to see if I can scout any of these. How your phone call will go tomorrow? Hopefully not. Hopefully it just goes well. Hello, DJ. Hope you're doing well. Did I actually add DJ? I don't know if I added DJ. DJ might have to go on the list. So I can't do that one. Is there a Squirtle I can go capture? Nope. On Cavo with payroll tomorrow since a hard messenger appreciate effect. Oh, that sucks. But I win the game from the fishing leaderboard without revenue. It's kind of reality. You have gotten a lot of 10 pulls this month. I need to go look for Pokemon. You're kind of angry. And Drizzle's not bad for a Watermon. I gotta check you again. Yeah, hope you have a good one, Blue. Hope your day's just been wonderful. Twelve more days lets you check you're on 6th on the board. That is fair. Why did I use extreme speed? Okay, you didn't die. Not that I was going to use this one anyway. Yeah, I think if anyone rolls the dice for the month, they'll probably at least end up high enough that I'll end up offering a game to them. Leaderboard, yeah. Is there more of that? Poison seahorse thing. Oh, that's Clam Pearl. There you are. Is that also the forest? No. That's just this area, isn't it? Wait, if I'm misreading the map, then up here might have a Squirtle thing. Alright, hope you get some wonderful sleep. I hope if you get called in the middle of the night, it's not too bad of a thing, because I know you're on call. So I hope you just have some wonderful sleep and just a good time in general. I will see you around. I'll be on quite a bit tomorrow, too. Oh, not there. I want a level 6 of this thing. This thing is stupid fast. Oh, this thing would be so hard to run. Thank Thank you, you sweet human. And chat, fingers crossed on a call free night. She'll be lurking you tomorrow. You're a great source of entertainment when you're able to watch. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying your time here. You were fun to go over and watch as well, for the record. Give me a level 8 one of those already. There we go. Like, I don't think I use you, but you are clearly pretty darn fast. Yep, there's speed. He got nothing else going on. Your D&D character got traumatized last night? That's a shame. Usually I just do that to Warforged, because Warforged tend to seem to want to discover what it means to be human, and I tended to traumatize them with that.
Saw you in a field of ice and snow, holding out your hand for me to go.
I don't think I want to love this guy there.
Wasn't scared to see.
You're not the worst, but I want to fight with you. So I can imagine our face here. Our face should have got notch 1. They're fried. Result in an orphanage. Yeah, when I was doing a 3-5 campaign, my party ended up getting traumatized quite a bit. Because in 3-5, there is an unassuming scarab that as soon as you pick it up, it attempts to tunnel into you to kill you. And you get one save. If you fail that save, you are going to die. So I'm missing the 4th one here. And what happened was, I think 3 of us died to it in one go. Because after it finished, someone else picked it up because we were too stupid trying to help each other. Oh, what's the last mon in here? Oof. You're the last mon in here, huh? I'm gonna catch you for the heck of it just because you were such a pain to get. That's what I figured. There was no logical reason to want you. Squirtle's not great. Yeah, that one just got caught out of spite. I do that sometimes. Want a level 8 of this girl. Specifically with Drizzle. I could give up and just catch the 6. Okay. What garbage do I try running? I think it's you. None of these are great for me. This thing at least evolves pretty early, and will hit somewhat hard at least. Ice Punch can do something. Can't learn Leech Life. And Ow.
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target.
Nope, didn't win any of the fissures.
Till the battle's won, till kingdom come.
Oswald it is. This is gonna be a pain. Thank you for the chair again, Zombie Kitty.
They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
For any that's missed it, I actually did finally set up a special chair for 69. This Oswald's not gonna be the one. You're fast, but you have no stats. You're gonna not be able to take punches, but what do you got for moves? Oh, nope, I just noticed something. You got hustle. Hustle bad. Feel... Maybe. Not the worst. I wish you were a little bit faster, but... Oh yeah, not you. Alright, we're going to Steel. Wing Attack and Shock Wave will probably do a decent job covering stuff. And then Special Attack, not the worst. And okay speed. Splash Fire, the one you're immune to fire, or burns things? Immune to fire. Like, immune to fire is not bad, especially since if we somehow get this going, a number of its evolutions are gonna be ice. Let's see what we got in here. I don't think even if I find a Rogue Stone, that really changes anything. It sometimes might. I don't want to gamble on finding a Rogue Stone most of the time. But sometimes if I'm between two mons and I got a Rogue Stone and the other one evolves at like 40, definitely might try the Rogue Stone one. Alright, something I can hit with Wing Attack or Shockwave. Technically I can hit it with both, but not well enough. Water is so hard to get going. Well, these are all pretty good. I don't get out. Yeah, I need to figure out the 421. Coughing could be an amusing one with it. Alright, appreciate you stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. If you're streaming, I hope that goes well too. This thing's not the worst. Yeah, we're just gonna grab these things and hope we can find something to go with. I did not realize this thing was a 460. The nature kind of sucks for what's going on. As I don't have any special moves, my special attack's pretty low. I'd want to change the nature if I got the chance. It's definitely possible. Hello, Simon. I have forgotten to add you to my list. Simon here is one of the VTubers I've known for the longest. He's just a wonderful person, an absolutely ordinary human. My first collab ever was actually with Simon. We did Serious Sam as a collab. But Simon's a lot of fun. I'm working on a list to just auto shout out my the streamers that I know. But I hope you had a wonderful stream. What were you up to today? Hi, crew. Oh, you aren't still going. You rated out to Midnight Sumo. I can know that because I looked over to my screen because I had you up. Thanks, crew. I've got one for every single Eevee now. I did this updating it because I've been doing so much Pokemon. I was like, I need to just theme myself better and just have more fun with it all. And hopefully everyone will love the new Eevee outfits. I hope your runs went well. I wasn't watching. I'm guessing that your Raichu didn't quite make it through, but if it did, congrats. I got distracted talking to my own chat instead of watching you. Yeah, I think I just tried this thing. You're playing more Control Alt Ego? Interesting. Yeah, Crew, as it says, is a wonderful person. The reason I got into Rougemon. Crew is absolutely amazing and a wonderful person and soon-to-be partner. He's doing partner push, but he is absolutely crushing it. There's not going to be much reason for them not to give it to him, I don't think. So, pretty sure he's going to be a partner within the next month. Glad to hear that's a fun game. Oh, no problem. Yeah, definitely go give Crew a watch, especially if you want to watch someone play Rougemon much better than me. Crew is over on A2 and got through A1 pretty darn quickly. Granted, Crew's scale of pretty darn quickly can be hard to judge because Crew, Crew might stream more than me. That weird pause is because I just threw away my lucky egg. Alright, we're going with the choice band build to get through here. Hey, Leaf. Leaf is a friend of the stream, trying for the affiliate push. Ideally, we'll get it soon. Just needs a few more people hanging out and wanting to boost those numbers. Hey, MD Panday. There's water in Pokemon of Viridian Forest because in Rougemon, every single early mon is changed to the type that I'm doing. I am currently doing water Pokemon. This is so dumb. You know what? I think I need the extra EXP because I don't have a lucky egg. Yeah, so if you have any question about Roguemon, just let me know. But the short version is it's an alternate version of Pokemon that changes a bit more to a roguelike. You choose a type of Pokemon, and all the early Pokemon are going to be that type for you to catch and try to do a run of. So we're doing, like I said, water. Aside from that change, all the Mons are going to be the basic evolutions of stuff. So if it has an evolution, it will never show up in the early parts. That does mean some of the stronger water Mons, like this one, can show up early on. But every Pokemon is going to have at least one evolution in general, even if it doesn't normally, because your final BST is always going to be 450 or higher. So if you have a Pokemon that's 400 and doesn't normally have an evolution, it's going to get a BST divided by 10 of random evolution. I am in so much trouble if it does Focus Punch and I'm paralyzed. I got through it. Yeah, there's a lot of other things going on. Like, this is the only Mon I'm going to be running. If this Mon passes out, my run is over. I got to start over. Well, this worked out at the start. Mons and trainers are also 20% stronger than normal. Hello, Polly. Hope you two had fun with Elden Ring. Right, I can't choose anything else. Yeah, I got a rock bat. I'm struggling now. Attack fish. I ended up dating a bunch of, like, just talking to a bunch of things. I won't lie, because chat was slower to choose stuff than I expected. We didn't get quite as far as I expected, which is part of the reason why at the end I'm like, I'm just gonna go potentially do this again tomorrow. And by slower, I mean slower to choose things. Because that's having chat choose everything for a dare. Oh, that's something I forgot, MD. My evolution's going to be random. I can actually see it on this one. Each Mon evolves into a random pool of stuff. And the evolution is going to share a type with the original. So in this case, are we just water or are we water? Yeah, we're just water. Every one of these evolutions is going to have water in some shape, but it can become any one of these in the pool. Turd How funny is it going to be if this actually ends up being one of my more successful runs, and the key was throwing away the lucky egg and just going for choice band? Stop pain splitting. It hurts. Yes, Polly, it's a whole new hat and outfit. I set up a new stuff for the Pokemon stuff that we've been doing, because I figured I might as well embrace the Pokemon more given how much Roguemon I'm playing. And have an outfit specifically designed for it. So if you go to redeem the Cat Haruhi now, you can choose cat mode or any of the evolutions. Water dog. Well, on one side, I got out of here. On the other side, choice band on Brock might be a very silly choice. He's got 6 mons if any of them are ghosts. If I'm just double punching the whole way. I healed. Alright, we're going with the Rock Blast. Well, so far this is going better than I expected. Let's see. Espion? Okay. I need just a moment. These models, so I can show off the whole shirt, require me to move them slightly.
I am the hype!
Thank you for the 197 bits, really appreciate it. I think that should look alright. Yup. I'm a little over the chat, but that's fine. Yeah, I got one for all the evolutions, and they all have movements, and they're all adorable. And then the shirt is the straight up evolution t-shirt that's around. I feel worried about the choice band on Brock, so we're going to promote leveling by slowing ourselves down a little bit. Yeah, I always appreciate the cheers and the support. It always means a lot. But ultimately, I hope you all are just having lots of fun in general. Even needs a ghost type? Yeah. It's a wild Haruzuluxian. That picture used to be desktop wallpaper when using Windows. Yeah, it's a good picture. What the heck is the defense on this Kakuna? Did you see that? It squished the bug, but I still don't think that even does that much. Okay. I amusingly would have actually been fine double kicking this whole thing. We tried Frenzy Fan, I think. So you also have really high defense. Alright. It now no longer matters that I threw away my lucky egg. 39 is what? Jump kick. I don't love it. We're gonna take it over Focus Punch. Because I will literally never use Focus Punch unless it's a last resort. I'm sorry no one caught them on. I don't have rights to carry the brace anymore. Do I have any moves I even want to PP up? I don't think I do. Need to do that. Yeah. Hope everyone's just had a wonderful start of their week and that just having good vibes tonight. Laugh about dumb stuff like selling my lucky egg. And hope the runs go alright despite some stupid moves that I do. Alright, on to the next route. We get this thing to 35, it evolves. Which will be a little bit after Misty, most likely. I didn't heal. I'm really bad about forgetting to heal after Brock. Whatever. I think even if I healed, this was going to be it. Burn reduces my attack by half and drains my HP. There's not much I can do here. Sacrifice to the blood gods. There we go. Actually, we're Espeon. Let's go back to Psychic. Where I inflate my attempts a little bit because I'm pretty sure I refreshed it at there. Blood for the blood gods. New game. Haru. Bones for the Bone Throne. Alright, I want a Galarian Ponyta. I want to run a Galarian Ponyta. I guess we're going to Slamtown. Cool, hit both. There's a couple I'm looking for in general. We'll go search for an Esper. I really want a Ponyta. Subscribes for the Haru. Always appreciate supports. It's actually the sister town over in France. Let's see. Mime Jr.'s pretty solid. And... one thing I just looked at wasn't too bad. You're apparently fast. As for why my mind went to France, in terms of sister towns, there are actually a number of U.S. cities that are sister towns with France. Alright, I can at least catch you at level 8. We'll be a little bit better shape with speed, because 9 doesn't get me very far. 18 will. This thing is decent, except for it's got all the wrong moves. 15s. Alright. I appreciate you raiding in here, Leaf. I appreciate you hanging out. I hope you get some wonderful sleep. I might catch another one of these. That's high special attack with Draining Kiss. And same for hanging out as well, Polly. Always love to see both of you here. Hope you both get some wonderful sleep. Give Why Not a look. It evolves pretty quickly. It's not the best Mon, but I like things that evolve quickly. Not impossible, but this thing has a speed and special attack and Draining Kiss. So I'm not going to take a not impossible over Draining Kiss. Oh, Mime Jr. I definitely will look at this thing, though. It evolves quickly, has pretty good BSTs, and has really good evolutions. Because all these evolutions, some are above 450, but a lot of them are actually, it's not kind of amp evolutions, I double check. It evolves quickly and will be powerful. But it is a special attacker with just attack stats. And we'll look at Esper. The one guy that I have isn't too bad. Shell armor is pretty solid. Can't be crit. Okay speed. Good special attack. None of those. Alright. This is our guy. Five wilds in the forest. We are doing psychic right now. Let's grab HP cap, I guess. He became a fairy. That's fine. I need to stop using Dragon on you. I went stupid with that. This will be fine, though. We can still heal. This is why I want Draining Kiss. Oh, this is a problem. $50, $40. I think I can overheat at this point. Oh no, overheat did nothing. We got decent attack. We can definitely run with some attack. Get me back up to full. Honk. Yeah, healing moves can go so far into here. You're a dragon. Have a little bit of a twister. Oh, I have one for every single evolution, Darcy. That's how many hats I've got. People can choose. I also have Eevee. Feel bad for them. No Eevees or evolutions were harmed in the making of these hats. They are all synthetic hats. Hats are gonna come after Death. I mean, to be fair, they were already going to come after me for just playing Pokemon. Yeah, the cat redeem has been changed to choose a cat, the cat suit, or Eevee Lucian. I see. We'll keep going down the line today. Here for some spicy streamer. Yeah, that looks fine. We can drain and kiss you. I don't have a paralyze here, do I? Just gotta get the drop pro. Wait, paralyze. So hopefully, like the I am missing words tonight. Hopefully, you like the Flareon. It survived on 1 HP, then self-destruct. Yeah, I'm gonna switch that. It's barraging me hard. Okay, draining a lot of HP. You're just taunting me right now. Yeah, this is it. Paralyzed going into Brock is hard. I suppose I'm going to have to switch to Fire Monsoon now. Switch me over to Clarion mode. Bye. Grapharig is really good. Mine Junior's fine. This is a fine selection. I still want my Ponyta at some point, but we haven't seen one. You're actually not terrible. Hello, Royal. Hope you have a good one. Nope, don't like that thing. Don't really like you. Thanks. I got a whole set of them now. I'm glad everyone's enjoying them. Like I said, I wanted to be a little bit more themed for all the Pokemon streams I do. And since I'm always talking about liking evolutions, I'm like, alright, let's just see what I can do with evolutions. I do like shell armor. Or try the Chingling, though. It's a friendship evolution, so it shouldn't take that long. Looks like there's some mess stuff in there, but in general, probably decent evolutions. Yeah, hope you're having a good one, Royal. Hope everyone's having a good one. Or just have another vibe night. Have fun. We PP max the flame wheel. It is unfortunately my last Rougemon stream of the week, though. Next time I'll be on with Rougemon is Sunday. Tomorrow night I'm doing Ocarina of Time with crowd control, and then I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Family's in town. So it's not like I can even pretend and sneak in a stream. Get myself an antidote. And hope Flame Wheel is very useful. So yeah, the first thing I'm facing is a thing that's strong against both ice and fire. On the flip side, I'm going to be able to just kind of force my way through it. Feels a little bit better. I'm gonna get rid of Imprison for Mega Punch. My attack isn't amazing, but it is better than a move that barely does anything. It's only very useful in tournament stuff. I suppose it's a problem that both fire and water are strong against me, or not. Something I'm strong against. So Mega Punch will help with that at least. We're halfway to our evolution. Flame Wheel should be decent against this. You should be good EXP and something I'm decent against. Ooh. 66% there. Even if I don't quite evolve out of the forest, we could probably do by the rival, finishing the rival fight. So yeah, Mega Punch was actually a pretty good pickup. This turn anyway. There was a Galarian Ponyta around. That's a shame. Alright, do we evolve? We do! Alright, either low 400s or above 500. That's what we're hoping for here. That's a swoon bat, which I think is the low 400s that I was asking for. Yep, 425. We will evolve again. And we mostly just got special attack and attack. That's fine. We're a little bit slower than I'd want to be. But yeah, we evolve again at BST divided by 10, which means level 45 plus we are going to randomly evolve based on our total BST. Where a 550 mon will be at level 55, it's a 450 mon will be 45. Either way, we're going to be working on burninating the countryside. Need to clean up these moves some. I would love a healing move. But really, just some stronger attacks aren't bad. We just need to gain some levels too to up all the stats. Screech. Oh, that was not the right move. Right away. It was not good. I misclicked, and that cost me. Alright, Malvax, thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful sleep, and I will see you around. We're going to do this one, and then we're going to go jump to fire since I'm a Flareon right now. Beldum is not a bad one to check. It's a 300 with a pretty low evolution. So this thing's too slow, but not necessarily... Dragon out, you're fire now. Your dragon now, in an unusable way. So it doesn't learn any moves. Dope Hat is the name of Marilyn Manson album song. Did not know that. I think it has a lot of special attack, and I found a different nature of it. Definitely not impossible. I'm also still looking for my pony. This is not any of the areas I can get to. So I cannot fix this Mon by catching a different one. It's not so impressive that I play a gamble on it. It not learning moves is going to be a problem. Left to start their fire, and the puppy's back inside. Suddenly Flareon. Yep, Darcy turned me Flareon. We definitely catch one of these. These things are ridiculous early on. Those are endgame stats with an evolution on top of it. Become a Screamtail, become an Espeon. Not great moves. Not impossible. That still ends up being our Mon, though. All free? No, there's still one more in here. Come on, we got one gotta stop making silly mistakes, though. I don't honestly think the last one was going anywhere either, but I need to give them their best chance by not making mistakes. What's up? Yeah. Got what? 9 more Pokemon to look at? Check the Mime Jr. We love decent early evolutions. Good speed, good special attack, no special attacks.
The birds have just begun, yeah, yeah. We will always take a stand for the people, for
And we can check a level 8 why not as well.
let's go back to when we were young.
This thing feels real nice, doesn't it? Yeah, into a bunch of 400s. Because that's what it usually would evolve into. The Cosmog usually turns into a 400 Mon next, I believe. These things follow their tracks to some degree.
I'm coming home, Savannah. Never
Volt
be
Absorb.
alone, Savannah.
I don't think I can run that.
The beauty of the world, Savannah. Let's all take a walk,
Look at this one.
Savannah. I'm coming home, Savannah. We'll never be alone, Savannah. The beauty of the world, Savannah. Let's all take
We might hope and dream this one. This Mon just isn't that impressive for its stats. Why not? Isn't a truly amazing Pokemon. Evolves pretty early. Oh, this is the last one we're gonna check. Like, this worked out alright for the evolution, too.
Give it time. I know
Nope.
that I'm
We're gonna hope and dream this one.
this cold heart.
I could have caught another one for attack, or special attack. But we'll hit level 8, or 15. We'll evolve. If we survive long enough, we'll hit 15 before we're out of the forest. No doubt there. That's what we're looking for there. It's our nightly poop run. Okay. Get out of here. I was looking for one of you. That did nothing. Did you not catch the Absol? Do bit badges reset? They shouldn't. They should be a cumulative thing. The way they have me set them up has me set them up into the millions. So I can't imagine that they're going to be just for the month. What should Meteor Mash do? 10. Okay. So that seems to keep having issues when displaying property on your end. Yeah. Twitch on. Ow. Alright. Twitch, unfortunately, sometimes has issues about such things. I'm a Flareon, so let's go find fire. It won't be as pretty of a pony, but I can still get a pony in this one. Putting my phone down before I threw it. Trying to remember what other good fire mons there are. But Ponyta's actually pretty darn solid. Like, there's obviously the starters, too. Please, I think you're decent. We're gonna try that. I am losing this. Darn mons with their healing moves. Anakin's adorable. Other Fire Puppy instead of Firefox is also pretty good. Normally, this thing's got no attack or special attack. Yeah. Even with high defenses, I couldn't survive that. That thing must have had some attack. Vulpix! Spore Bunny. I can't in good conscience pick the mon that beats up the Vulpix. Of course, the Vulpix has high special attack, and no special attacks.
Wake up to the sound of thunder, like it was in my ear. Are you gonna wait for it?
Still hit me, unfortunately. Seemed like the best plan.
I can see the stars reflecting. The empty tires made of steel. Everything but you is fading.
You're a cool one. Fire Party P, Fennec Fan. Think you're my best choice? Alright, special attack. It's okay. Oh, that's the name. Just clicking random buttons. Like, it's Drizzle Hydro Cannon, so.
When you tear up my
It was at least something. We're out of the lab. Ooh, the bug is decent. We'll just do this. 315. I don't love your speed. Not the worst moveset, though. Nope. That's what I thought. You're actually not that strong. That's a decent moveset. That's decent stat stuff. Litwick might be my choice. It's a bit of a glass cannon. Yeah, that thing doesn't have the moves for me to run. So we try this. Rockhead is pretty darn solid. As Rockhead means I can moves like Double Edge or Volt Tackle. Why am I looking at mons? I chose my mon. Without having to worry about repercussions. No recoil opens up a few moves that I normally wouldn't use. Unless I have a good healing move, I'm not going to be taking a damaging move on myself. Like Shell Bell can make up for it too. Okay. But like, we have pretty decent coverage already. We're apparently just fighting a bunch of bugs. gonna be close if we can evolve before Rock. I think we're fine with this. Aeroblast in theory is better than, say, Thundershock. But at the same time, it's only got 5 PP, so I just don't really trust it. You've got Volt Absorb, huh? And Water Spout. Okay. I guess I've just switched it. So, I'm still hoping like next generation does it, but from what people have told me, unfortunately, there probably isn't going to be more evolutions just because they're so worried about the final designs look too much like a fan one that someone will give them trouble about. That being said, I hope they could at least, you know, decide to go for it and just spend some of the ginormous piles of money they have to just pay one of the fan people for their designs. Faint attack is going to be my go here. Alright, this thing's still not runnable, really. But it's fast enough I go searching. Answer is not the worst, but Cadet's not amazing. I take the Panzer over the Cadet. Oh, we get a rare candy. That's worth keeping track of. Torchic! I'd probably pick up a Torchic. I'd probably also pick up a level 8 Sandlet if it has the trace. I'm not gonna run it most likely. I think this one had the trace. Yeah, sorry if I cut out. Yeah, that's what I've heard, that the Pokemon Company is afraid of doing more evolutions because of all the fan art. So unless they add another type, they're unlikely to do another one. Because then people can't have the type beforehand. I'll go level 8 Sandlet just so I can trace and whatnot. Perfect. I have decent speed, so I can just use you to scout. Good enough. As I said, I'm not using this thing. I just want to be able to read what every Pokemon has, move-wise, ability-wise, for scouting. This one has Overgrow. It's pretty useless. Chimchar does evolve pretty quickly, though. So, fan art can't technically be copyrighted, but that doesn't mean in the court of public opinion it couldn't end up being a issue. And arguably fan art of evolutions that don't exist are original creations, because it's not actual fan art of something that exists, so it gets a bit murky there. So with enough public demand, or court of the public, plus questions on exactly what is or isn't. Lost track of which one you were. That's fine, I'm just gonna catch this one. You could have, you know, a fight Nintendo could probably win over stuff, but you might not end up winning over fans and whatnot. So you just have Spark. Hundreds of families, game shares, let's face it, Sylvian works so well. Thank you, chat. Yep. Charmander, you have Field Dust. That one's a good one, right? Yeah. I like this one a lot. It prevents a lot of status effects. Fake Out's not bad, but your speed is so sad. Hey, what's our last mon? I'm debating on the Charmander, because with Fake Out, might be able to do enough. Flame Body is when we get hit. Yeah, screw it. How are you, Syndical? Absolutely useless. You only have one move, but you learned another one. I think we're going with the Chimchar. It's got okay stats. We just have to get it one level, which I think I'm a rare candy this one, right? Yeah. So we can try to learn a move. I gave it the rare candy. Giga Drain is pretty damn solid. So what exactly is the goal? Like, is it speedrun or what? Our goal is to beat the Elite Four like any other Pokemon game. We just have a lot of extra limitations on ourselves, and only one mon to do it with. Do a contest, people make their own submissions, get their fan art in the game. Maybe work that way. Maybe. I will tell you, non-zero chance that turns into, unless they actually have a decent prize pool besides getting in the game, conversation about exploiting their fans. Because in general, artists should be paid for their work. And when companies hold contests for, you know, creating content for them for the purposes of the contest, where the only prize is the company's able to use the contest, that is arguably exploiting artists just for, you know, exposure. Hopefully you could hear the air quotes. I actually did them in real life. Well, this is a fitting first one. Yeah, that didn't do much. That was usable. This thing's a problem. I need it paralyzed at the very least. What kind of exposure you get from that? Selling art for exposure is just corporate's way of screwing over artists in general. Even if you get amazing exposure, if you're getting amazing exposure for the exchange of art with a place, it means they're large. It means they can afford to pay you still. So in general, anytime you're doing something just for an exposure, you're an asshole. If you're trying to hire people for that, pay your artists, don't pay them an exposure. Yeah, I'm not saying exposure can't do anything. It's just you should actually be paying people beyond exposure. There is also, obviously, within the modding community for stuff where they can't make any money, plenty of people that entered the industry and got hired to make games after that, thanks to exposure. That's right, you are normal. Is that Pokemon? That's the ghost horse, the black and purple one. Alright, we get to evolve after this one, I guess. See if that helps. Yeah. At least I'm pretty sure that thing's ghost. I've seen it a few times. I would take Pursuit over Lock-On. Yeah. Like, this isn't to say that fan-created contests to get it in the game is always a bad thing. I should make that clear. It's a matter of kind of size and whatnot. Like a super tiny indie game, letting their fans get in it, absolutely probably is just going to run out of exposure for that. But you should still have at least a little prize with it. That wasn't a bad evolutions. Stats aren't amazing, but 420 is not too bad. Because, like, it's just a weird case with a lot of it. The whole, like, if something like Monster Prom was letting you get your created characters in there, that's really cool. And admittedly, I come from a writer standpoint more, where you sometimes have writing contests, and the rules for most of those writing contests are ridiculous. The next time Crunchyroll ever runs one, go and read those rules. They basically get summarized down to, well, because you cannot prove we stole your story, if we actually decide to just steal your story, you can't sue us for it because you submitted this in the contest, and just because we saw your story doesn't mean we can't use that idea. So if we make something similar to the story, you can't sue us. And thank you for stopping by, Darcy. I hope you get some wonderful sleep. Yeah, the rules for the contest were pretty horrendous the first time, where the top 3 people actually do get compensated, but anyone else basically loses their rights to their story. Unless Crunchy didn't care about it at all, then you can just go publish it before them, ideally. I think they loosened them a little bit after the backlash, but yeah. But it's the same with designs. It gets so murky. I think you didn't win the contest, but you're now doing paid DLC that looks an awful lot like my thing. Ooh, that wasn't good. Did a pretty good, interesting writing exercise in high school. I will also note a lot of companies use contracts that are illegal. just because something says that you can't sue them doesn't mean that you can't sue them. A lot of courts will actually throw them out. They are just in the contracts as a deterrent in order to try to make people not sue them, because there's no real laws stopping companies from saying ridiculous stuff in contracts to scare people. The only thing that comes up is if you actually get into a court battle, and then they can be thrown out the ridiculous parts, at least in the US. Just like, unless things changed, when I was learning some business law, there are federal laws for how long electronics have to have for warranties. It's not long, it's like 30 days and whatnot. But if some company is selling a brand new electronic and then saying that you can't have a warranty on it, and your thing breaks within the federal law, you can absolutely go after them for a replacement. Granted, again, my business law's a bit out of date. I haven't actively studied business law in a while. I mentioned it before, but I was working to be an actuarial at one point, and part of that path is learning accounting and business law. Revolution. I might learn Slam. Nah. It's a group of about 9 people create a raid club. The youth board for running mates steal each other's stories, wrote detail prompt, hand it to left, supposed to write the original prompt and the other person's. So I think I follow that. So basically what you were asked is for someone to write a detailed prompt about their story, and then without seeing the original story, you write it yourself, which would be a good exercise. If anyone's ever participated in some sort of creative writing thing, and seriously written and whatnot, you will know you can give 5 people a very detailed premise, and in general the end stories will be vastly different from each other. It's why a lot of the creative community say ideas are worthless. It's all about the execution and whatnot. Need more status heals. Because you can have a great idea, but if you can't execute it, it's whatever. And there's always the debate, there's only like 7 original ideas or whatever. 7 or 8. After that, it's whatever layers you put on top of it. So the core ideas really not as important as how you design everything. Story about ordinary people being sages and help a dying delusional person was turned into people with actual magical powers by the other rail. Or in ads, that's fine. I missed what TM39 was this time. Bubble Beam. I take Bubble Beam over Pursuit, right? Water actually doesn't help me at all, huh? Just canvas over 0. Yeah. There's just... Okay, those are at least late game. It's only 12. Come on. We're not gonna switch out too much. We switch that. I should say Spire. Right. But yeah, if you ever dive into writing, you'll be able to hear plenty of people talk about just the core so many stories that you can do. And that's because in general you can boil down any story into one of those core ideas. Healing this time, I threw away a run by not doing that. Granted, I don't think I would have got through that run anyways. That Bulbasaur was a monster. But, of course, despite all of that stuff that is just boiling it down, there's still a ton of unique things about everything. I mean, 75% flinch in the first turn of the fight, that's not great. There are just so many unique ideas out there that, on the very core surface, are very similar, but the final feeling is quite different. Like, let's just go with, what would be a good one to pair with it? I'm gonna go with Star Wars and Spider-Man. At their core, they're both a chosen hero story. Like some sort of destiny chooses them, and missed. Like, they become heroes that rise up because of it. Luke Skywalker, you know, is just kind of found and chosen and becomes the chosen hero of everything and becomes the one that saves everyone. Meanwhile, Spider-Man gets the random powers and ends up rising up to be the hero too. When you boil it down that far, they're similar, one of the core ideas. But anyone that knows both Spider-Man and I'm flinching, that's what's going on. And Star Wars is gonna go, those are not the same stories. Shadow Ball, I guess. Actual power, just burn victim, an Olympic swimmer, a skydiver, someone allergic to sunlight. Optimist is someone who suffered from seizures. Oh, Snuffles in chat. But that's part of what you talk about when you're talking, you know, core ideas and rising up beyond that. Because, like, the basic idea is still just a hero has to rise up and save everyone. Someone common has to become important and save everyone. Yep. So if your idea was just, you know, someone needs to rise up to stop a great evil, a common person, not someone born to greatness, but that becomes great, you end up having that go on. I don't have an answer to you, do I? Grass, electric, ghost, and water. Yeah. Yeah, how you set up the sub-conflicts, how you design the characters, all of that can greatly change how a story feels. And, like, I mean, you can also just kind of imagine how much you could change a story just by changing a character's motivations. If you, for example, were to take Die Hard, but replace Die Hard's main character with C-3PO, that's going to be a vastly different movie. Bye, Royal. Hope you have a great one. Portrayed as Sucker Punch. I think I watched Sucker Punch once. I don't remember it very well, though. Is that to me or Christopher, Luke? I've been going on a lot of random tangents today. But like, one of the things I learned as I was learning to... Oh, CP3PO trying to stop the air spot. Yeah, go ahead. Take it. Run with it. Ideas are cheap, like I said. It's how you execute them. But like, what you see a lot of times with newer writers is... I've got no answer to you, you crass normal. Them being so protective of the ideas that you can't really figure out how to help them. Like, don't get me wrong. Every once in a while, someone does end up trying to steal someone's idea. Oop, there I go, I got boomeranged. So you don't want to just freely steal it. Like, sharing your story can be scary. I definitely have heard a couple cases where they've shared the story and then the other person just ended up getting it published themselves, and then that's just a mess for everyone. Because you carry receipts. You always carry receipts. That's a character rolling a gentleman club and then give to the action sequence war, battle self-notion. Fair, fair. Nope, there you go. But like, in general, the writing community is pretty darn supportive of each other, trying to help. Now, you do run into a problem of different tastes. Probably not a good call, but thunder punching, I guess. There's a lot of writer friends I know that like very specific, overly detailed, makes my eyes gloss over type of writing. And if you give them a story that is a bit more straightforward and just focused on being fun, they'll rip it apart for not being overly detailed and whatnot. So there's always that, because there's different styles. If you're writing something that's just easy to digest, which is a lot of my writing, honestly, I do put layers in it and try to make it complex in other ways. But I always like just making it pretty easy to digest, so arguably anyone can enjoy it. So the end result is, like, it's not like I've gotten too many complaints about my writing, honestly. And I really need to polish it more and eventually share it with y'all to some degree. But there's definitely a difference between what I aim for and other people. So when you're listening to constructive criticism during that, you definitely need to keep in mind where they're coming from, their own tastes, etc. Just because one person doesn't like a specific thing doesn't mean it's actually bad. It just means that person didn't like that specific thing. But with that in mind, you also need to make sure that just because you like that thing and that other person didn't, doesn't mean they're not right. You have to sit back and actually take criticism to heart and think it through. As it's hard to do. The writing community likes to call it killing your baby, because your writing is an absolute creation, what you poured yourself into, and when someone points out something that is fundamentally wrong with your story that needs changing, your knee-jerk reaction is, no, I can't do that, nothing's wrong with it, no. You actually have to sit back and seriously consider it and where they're coming from. If you're writing a story, always save multiple versions, time stack documents. Yeah, never a bad thing. Hard for a thief to prove your time stack, prove you. Yep. Like I said, stealing's not actually that big of a deal in general. We can have an AI discussion for something completely different with stealing, but outright human usually isn't too much going on with that, as long as you're not just posting it everywhere and being willy-nilly about it. Fine web page. any of these runnable? Most of these have garbage moves. The point I was getting to, though, was simply you ultimately can learn from other people and grow, and even if you let them know some of their ideas, they're not going to write it the same way. You're not going to have the same story. But that doesn't mean you can't just have fun together. I think I gotta go with this thing. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's okay speed, okay special attack. I need an early Rogue Stone. Millions of people on the planet, very difficult to come up with any original concept. Yeah, effectively. It's why there's usually a push of, don't worry too much about if your story is original. What's going to matter is if it feels unique. It's fine to create a story like something you like, but you need to put yourself into it and your own spin on it. It's one thing if you make a story about space magicians trying to stop an evil empire, and a completely different thing if you just outright write Star Wars again. And like, there's tons of examples of stories that existed before large ones that you ended up having very similar beats, but some got popular and some did not. You want something new, trans isekai? I mean, I don't quite follow. There's actually a number of isekais involving people dealing with gender issues. And if you were trying to say trains, there's also a couple for trains. Those are mostly still in light novel stuff. But I mean, I've followed a number of the gender ones because it's interesting when done well, someone dealing with their gender identity. You can usually tell when someone that's gone through it themselves are writing such a story, because there's a lot of your own internal fighting upon figuring yourself out a lot of times, especially with something like a different gender, etc. We are very programmed. There are just two ways from birth. And going through all of that, having the egg cracked, can definitely take a while to process through. I should have healed. You create a character almost identical to Rick Sanchez, literally blue hair, cyan short, white coat, my hands travel over regeneration technology, about 6 years before Rick and Morty. Yep. We can try Silverwood on you. Well, that didn't do anything. We're just gonna keep outraging, I guess. Ooh, I'm in trouble. Mean someone getting isekai and the gender they feel like they were. Yeah, no, there's a couple stories like that. I always suck at names. And then there's also a couple that people go on a self-discovery journey after the fact. it's a case of Japan's LGBT rights aren't amazing, and a lot of times they have to be a lot more subtle about some stuff. Like, there is a whole community for a lot of stuff, but for anything to be made mainstream, it has to be, in general, so tame. Sometimes things get through, but you'll see it with a lot of, like, the villainous adaptions, where the later volumes of that actually get quite eerie, but the animes, in general, keep it really tame, and then end right before the relationship starts, so just tease it instead of actually going straight into it. That's not to say they're not getting better, just not a huge push for it. Few child's drawing digital paint done 20 of no grand standard for original creation. If I get my plagiarizer, if I ever made my character public. That is fair. Alright, we're through with this thing. I don't know how long this thing's going. We need to find a rogue stone sooner rather than later. That's the only way this thing goes. It evolves pretty well if we can find one. Look up. We're through the rival. Yep. And yeah, there's always going to be similar ideas. As you said, there's billions of people. It's why you have the old adage of stick enough monkeys in a room on a typewriter, eventually they write Shakespeare. There's just only so many ways, and you eventually get something really similar just by a random chance. I mean, it is the argument, Bruce. That's what I started with this whole conversation with, that there's only 8 original ideas or whatever. What matters is how you present it and show it off yourself. How you create something unique out of that. That was unfortunate. Oh yeah, I'm sitting on dozens of video game ideas that I'm like, and story ideas that I'm like, absolutely, if you need ideas, I'm more than happy to let you have them. I'm never going to get around to finishing them, so go ahead, take them. But in general, most people that can do anything with ideas have a million of their own, too. One idea for games character with a massive health pool. Millions of people can never recover any. As the deja vu time travel. I think I just gotta keep hoping I hit through confusion. I think that's the only way I end up winning this. I'm going to sleep. Yeah, we're dead. Very certainly people run with it because there's more to create in game, making it centered around a single mechanic. Oh, yeah. -20 speed, minus special attack. Yeah, we died. Putting a lot of effort into the idea and then having it flop and wasted years and years' work. And that is something that is always terrifying about being a creator in general. being a creator means you have to spend a lot of time and effort creating something that no one else might not ever care, or anyone else might not ever care about. And that's true for both being a writer or being a streamer. There's a lot of video projects I would love to do, but if I sink 40, 50 hours into a video project and it only gets the 10 views for my friends or whatever, that destroys me. That is just absolutely heartbreaking, etc. And it's really hard to get over all of that. Same thing with a lot of things I try to put into the stream. I always have to balance time, energy, versus what I'll think will be worth it, and I'm never going to hit 100% on that. Like, I love that you all love my streams, and that I'm doing something right in general, but that doesn't mean that I don't agonize over a lot of things off stream, trying to figure out the best ways to do things, hoping that time and energy that I put in won't go to waste. Because, like, part of the reason I haven't been writing nearly as much is the part of my brain that writes uses a lot of the same thing for streaming. There is so much creativity, flexibility on how you present a stream, how you present yourself, sell yourself, make video games, or not video games, videos in general, that by the time I try to go sit down and write, I'm usually either too distracted thinking about what else I need to do for streaming, or just exhausted from already working on everything. Game development, you make a prototype, bare bones game, try to give people get feedback. Game doesn't work early on, it won't work later on without massive direction changes. Yeah, that's fair. Like, you can make a game every once in a while that works with core mechanics that are garbage, usually created by characters or some single mechanic that works really well. But in general, you want the core basis of the game to be a fun gameplay loop that people are going to be engaged in. And if it's not, they're going to get bored of it and just leave. Can't watch Haru swaying while reading his stories. You'd be surprised what I can do while reading. Making a fun gameplay is something you get a lot of press on. Cruz! Hope you're doing well. How you doing? I am just ranting about being a creator slash writer right now. I will say, if you want to join me and just chat, we totally could. I could invite you to my server if you want, or I could just pop into voice chat on yours. Creative prototype this work? Yeah. Remember, say making game is art, something you have to practice a lot at. Yeah, anything is a lot of art. You want access to my server? Okay. This should just work. I just have a general Discord command still. Let me know that works. It worked earlier today. But, yeah, no. Anything with that you need a lot of practice on. You see a bunch of people with writing that, you know, have amazing ideas. And every once in a while, people will be able to basically come in and spit out an idea that actually works. But it is extremely rare. Most of the time, the general advice for it is accept you're going to write at least one garbage novel, completely trash, that you can never save but you think's great at the moment, before you'll ever write a good story at all. Because you have to figure out what does or doesn't work and get better at that craft before you actually start making writing that is good in general. You have so many gaps in what you think is good or bad while you're starting writing. Like, even if you've been an avid reader, you just don't see it until you've been practicing it a lot. It's the same about fixing up art. You can be wowed by some other stuff, but not see it so much in yours. Granted, a lot of people are like me and just think most things they do are garbage and have no self-confidence in it. I am being very chatty tonight, and that's fine. But, yeah, drawing's not going to happen over day. Most creative things aren't going to happen. I have a bunch of failed things I've done as a streamer in just the year and a half I've been streaming. So many things I ended up trying and having to go, nope. Give me a second. I'm gonna give you an extra tag. I'll pull you to the private one for this, but you're also gonna get the awesome VTubers tab, so gaming should show up for you. But hello there.
Let me adjust some audio.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn you up a little bit. We're gonna check
I
here that
can-
you're coming in there.
Yeah, I can also talk louder or like boost my mic.
Okay.
Um,
I think you sound all right at this point.
yeah, it doesn't sound bad.
But yeah, this is Cruz. Someone rated me, a little over a week ago, and we've just been getting to know each other and chatting and having fun.
Basically, yeah. Let me swap to a non-slug form.
Sure. This looks alright on screen, right?
Alright, do you want my regular or do you want my shadow, Abby? You get a pick.
Either's fine. You pop both of them real quick and I can see.
Okay, they have slightly different like proportions. So the shadow Abby is full body,
Okay.
and then the regular one's like 3/4.
I think the regular one looks just better for the purposes of my current sizing.
That is fair.
Eve calls you.
Hello,
Alright,
Christopher.
sleep well, Bruce.
Yeah, so ranting about content creation and being a creator.
Yep, and writing. We were talking about how there's no original ideas earlier, etc. Just having fun with chats.
Oh my god, you have no idea. I've had 3 monkeys with typewriter moments when it comes to VTubing. And it has driven me crazy. At least, so 2 of them were before I debuted. And I just said, fuck it, fine, I'll change my concept again. Actually, sorry, do I need to not swear on your stream?
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
Especially this
sorry
time of
about
day.
that.
I don't care.
Yeah, I try to ask, because, like, some people don't like swearing, and that's totally
Mhm.
respectable.
No,
I
in
don't
general,
know.
I don't really swear, but anytime I'm collabing, most of the people I collab with swear, so I'm pretty confident there's not too many people around on my streams that are going to have a big issue with it. The big thing
Ask.
I usually
like,
ask
you-
people not to
like-
do is a bunch of soundboard or outright yelling
hate
stuff,
I hate soundboards. I hate soundboards so much.
because I mostly try to keep a decently positive, chill vibe. Swearing, I don't
Yeah.
feel really violates that.
Hydration
But
check.
you know what does? Random clown honking.
Or the pipe drop sound.
Mm-hmm.
That. Oh, hydrate. I'll hydrate too. Oh wait, I'm out of hydration. Yeah, speaking of content creation, you know how you're over here playing Roguemon, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so because I'm doing a
I
living
guess.
death challenge, I have to play through Fire Red twice because I need the Helix fossil.
Always fun.
Fortunately, I can get Entei, Regcow, and Suicune from Coliseum. But I think there's actually a couple Pokemon that I'm just screwed on until I get a copy of Leaf Green. But I remember how I was talking to you about like trading Pokemon between
Yeah.
games and leveling one up. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. I am leveling a Pidgey up to like level 30 to just go and sweep Misty.
That's fair.
Burb is going to be glorious.
Oh yeah. I've always liked Pidgey because the Pidgeotto, Pidgeot line is just really solid.
Oh, Pidgeot is just so good.
Like, I always felt bad for Sparrow because Pharaoh needed one more evolution to match up.
Did like I love the Staraptor line too, because that one's got 3, doesn't it?
I'm not sure.
Starly, Staravia, Staraptor. Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
That and Staravia looks like it has a little swirl on its head like a dilly bar. So I think that's cute. And then it becomes
fight
literal
wilds?
bird with like
I
star-shaped
think I
face.
would fight Wiles.
But yeah, right now I'm playing off of my GameCube to level up my Pidgey. And then I'm gonna transfer it onto my Game Boy so that I can like be comfy, but it's just hey, ditto.
Yeah, I hope that's all going well for you. I'm having no luck today on oh, that did nothing.
I really need to find the rest of
Squashed the
Gen
bug?
3 because I'm running out of things to do in Fire Red.
Yeah, I've had no runs going. So I'll ask you, Cruz. I sent you the alternate pick, right?
Yes.
Let's see if I'm thinking about the one I'm thinking about. Yeah. Do you think I should actually show chat that, or should I save it for something?
I would save it. You don't have a ton of outfits, right? Like you don't
40 or
constantly
so?
make new. You don't
No, I-
constantly make new everything constantly all the time.
I usually make about 1 or 2 outfits a month.
Okay. I mean, you could. I'm surprised you went with the Flareon hat for what you're wearing right now.
I started with Vaporeon, then got turned into Umbreon, then got turned into
Ooh.
Espeon, and then got turned into Flareon.
Is that? Do you have it on automation, or are you doing keybinds?
No, I'm just going in and doing it myself in the program.
Oh, Vignon can automate that for you.
That would be great. I need to work on that.
Or you can set it to keybinds. I have all of mine set to keybinds because for some reason Vignon wants to crash if I try to transform too rapidly.
Yeah, I could use my Stream Deck. I'm effectively only using 1/6 of my buttons, even though I only have 6 buttons right now.
The chaos that can happen if you throw bits at me right now.
Yep.
I figured out I can have over 100 things. I can have over 1,000 3D items on that app, on that program, on my screen simultaneously, and there's no problem. I don't know how. I'm trying to figure out how to break it. I need to know what the upper threshold is so I can set a limit. But I haven't found one yet.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
It is the best problem I have ever had.
Yep.
Because normally it's the inverse. Normally it's like I have to limit things. I have to limit the polygons. I have to limit the collisions. I have to limit the interactions. No, if I want to have over 1,000 Pokédoll plushies filling my screen, like some demented claw machine that's been overfilled, I can do that. It makes me so happy. I also have it set so that I get 2 things chucked at me per raider when raids happen now.
That's good. Yeah, I need to eventually set up some stuff like that. I had head pat requests for a while, and I've just been way too lazy to ever set it up.
For what?
Like being able to do head pats.
Oh, yeah, I would run that through Twitch integrated throwing system as well. I have a bonk now. You can bonk the sea slug with the squeaky hammer. Okay, how high of a level should I make this Pidgey?
Oh, my Cyndaquil is evolving. Cyndaquil evolves into the second form of Litten.
Oh, that's fascinating. So is it randomized?
Christopher saying
or is
32.
it-
Yeah, all the evolutions are randomized in Rougemon. They're going to
32
be,
is a great number.
I believe, within 10% plus or minus of the original evolutions. But that means I can start with a Weedle that becomes, you know, Kakuna-ish, but then that Kakuna-ish evolves into a god.
Well, I've gotten Burb to level 24, so I'll keep grinding. I don't know if I want to go all the way up to 30, because Fire Red is very punishing with EXP. Gen 3 is stingy.
Yeah. A lot of time when I'm doing like Nuzlocke and anymore, I've just embraced rare candies.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't have rare candies because I'm playing vanilla.
Yeah. Totally fair. Do I have a bunch of berries and I'm just being dumb? I have a lumberry.
Oh, fuck. Wobbuffet used counter. I hate Wobbuffet. And it has Arena Trap.
Like,
Sorry,
one of the
sorry,
things I'm
sorry.
tempted to do, and like you can't do with the original carts, is the Archipelago version of the Pokemon games. You can actually change the EXP rates and leave everything alone if you want to. Hello, Leon.
That's glorious. If I didn't want to, if like my whole point wasn't doing this vanilla.
Yeah,
Now,
but that's what we ended up doing when Celia was doing Archipelago last time, is cranking up the EXPs so they didn't have to have so much fighting with leveling up everything, because they were doing a full Pokédex
Yep.
for drops.
What do you mean for drops?
So every time you got a new Pokemon, you'd get an item thrown back out into the world. And how Archipelagos work is you've got a bunch of linked games. So maybe if
Oh.
you catch a Pikachu, you end up getting the sword and Link to the Past, etc. So
Oh my God.
what we ended up setting up was the Pokedex was a bunch of drops. So 300 drops or whatnot were tied to the Pokedex, and each time you evolve a Pokemon, you get a new drop too, because it's a new entry in the Pokedex. So the first time we tested this, we only doubled the XP, and it's like the second time, like, no, we're gonna do like 6 times.
Yeah. Well, it's because this game, it punishes you. It is very grindy.
Mhm.
26
Yeah.
for Misty? Okay. It is like, I love it, but it is so grindy.
Just think, it's better than the original version of it.
Oh, yeah, I played the original. It is better. I own the original.
Yep, I own all of those at some point too. I
I
should
just
go
have a
digging
copy
for all
of
my
it.
Pokemon carts.
I've got a copy of Red. Somewhere I've got a copy of Yellow. And then I have 2 Fire Red, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Diamond, Platinum, Soul Silver, Black, 2 copies of White too.
Yeah, I've got
You
a number
notice
that I
how-
have multiple copies of too. But
It's just I want to trade them with someone for the ones I'm missing, but
Yeah.
there's no one here I can trade with.
I was like, what is your excuse? My excuse is some of the cases is I just claim them from my siblings. The other cases are I worked at a thrift store for a number of years. So the end result was I bought up a lot of Pokemon games that they ever came in.
Yeah. That's fair.
No Mage, Restless Mage. Hello, Koneko. Hello, Sheehan Cat. That's
Hello.
not a name I recognize, but I hope you're having a good
Welcome,
one.
Raiders.
What were you up to? I'm guessing Koneko brought you here. Cat Firefighter VTuber. That is adorable. You were doing Link to the Past? I'm assuming randomizers?
I gotta go check out your channel now. Oh my god, you're cute. Follow.
Yeah, Sheehan Cat is cute.
Oh my god. Yes, 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 yes. More not human
Yep.
VTubers, please.
I can follow too.
And I say this as someone who has a humanoid form and a slug form.
So I have Cruz joining me today. I've lost track of your
Hi.
name. They are
I'm
someone I met
Brady.
not that long ago. Yeah. Go ahead, introduce yourself, Cruz. I don't have to introduce you. You're here.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, my name's Cruzmigo6. I'm a alien sea slug trapped within the fine state of Nebraska. I play a variety of games. I'm autistic, non-binary, and right now I am on a Pokemon hyperfixation. And I'm suffering, or as my chat calls, slugfering.
But
I don't really know what else
hello,
to
Watch
say.
Hubs
Really
and
cool.
Ice Phoenix and Koneko. I don't think I actually said hi to you. Yeah, if you have any questions about Rougemon, just let me know. I am far from an expert, but there is a lot of stuff going on here. But thank you so much for the raids.
More than me.
Yeah. Thank you for trusting me with your community. If you need to stretch, hydrate, take meds, any of that, please do so. If you want to hang out and chat, I'm totally down for that too. But always want the streamers to take care of themselves whenever they come in. It is lovely meeting you.
We do not do that. We should.
You're being asked if you're in the Sea Bunny Discord.
If there's a Sea Bunny Discord? How? Slug must know. I must know. How do I enter the Sea Bunny Discord? How do I do this?
Alright, we're not getting through Brock with this, Mon.
I only have my tiny cheerleading outfit right now. How do I join?
But effectively, I should go through Rougemon. I should do two things real quick. So I apologize in advance for going on a little spiel cruise. But for Rougemon, it's a version of Pokemon that is a little bit more roguelike. It makes it so you start with all first stage evolutions of a given type, and then all those evolutions randomly evolve. And what you're facing early on is the little earlier evolutions, etc. But it also does a lot of Ironmon rules with it, where we only have one Mon, we can only get EXP from trainers. If my Mon passes out, that's it. And everything is randomized, including moves and stats. Beyond that, for anyone that doesn't know me, I'm Haru. I'm a non-binary variety streamer that just loves having fun, doing a lot of randomizers, roguelike, Zelda, etc. That just likes to promote positivity and hope and whatnot. Okay, I'm done with my spiels.
Good. I'm just like, there's a Sea Bunny VTuber Discord.
Yep.
I need
Koneko
it.
says, you need to get the handshake from another Sea Bun. You know a few? Would you like to play
what?
matchmaker?
Would the fact I have many tiny costumes help? Yeah, I know of a few other Sea Slug VTubers, but like I'm not friends with any of them, which is sad.
You know what? Sure. Christopher did have a 20 earlier. Let me just switch to one of the fun new ones I was doing. I said I had combined to Christopher.
Oh, we gotta get Vignan working for you, friend.
Yeah. I actually hit the upper limit.
Keybound Abby changes.
He must have hit my upper limit.
Oh, of Abby's?
Yeah.
This is the glory of Vignan.
Oh no, it's just
And setting
hooking
up
up
no
here.
crap. Oh, that's okay. I like
Boring
humanoid
human
VTubers
VTuber.
too.
Yeah, there's nothing all that wrong.
Yeah, no, like I'm always seeking out fellow sea slugs because for a long time I was the only sea slug. And then I found Zion Zeep and I found one other, but like so far I'm the only alien sea slug. Oh, I spawned another sea slug VTuber. Poofball64 is literally my child. I drew his slug at me.
So the funny thing, Xian, once you start doing a type of VTuber, you slowly discover there is a community of them, even if you didn't know so before.
Oh, well, that thing, I genuinely looked for one. Though I do think there's been a decent clip that have come out in the last like year or so Which is fine because there's so many sea slug. Like, oh my god, there's so many species of sea slug, and there's so many different types of sea slug, and just sorry, I love sea slug.
But Kaneko asked you, do you know Joru? Joru.
No, I know no one. I know nobody. I only know Scion Sea. That's the only one.
Finally, there's a pony for me.
My brain automatically went pink pony club.
I was going for the Galarian one earlier. You only have Hydro Cannon. I don't know if I can run my pony.
Yeah, it also
Ponies.
doesn't help that like I've been a streamer on and off since like 2017, and I've been a VTuber since like 2020. But I took a hiatus because health issues, and also because my mocap broke and I couldn't fix it, and I was just like, no, I'm not gonna give up. And then I started again, and I suddenly become I've actually decided to become friends with other VTubers, and it's so weird. Like, I love it, but also it's so weird to me.
That's fair. I find meeting new VTubers and making new friends pretty fun.
I love making new friends. I adore it.
I think it was the other night that I compared it to basically going to an anime convention where you kind of know almost everyone's a similar nerd to you, so it's not that hard to get along. You're still going to have differences. You're still going to have some people that have vastly different personalities, but in general, there's some core attachment that you just know they won't be horrified if you let yourself be the nerd you want to be.
I mean, my sea slug form exists literally to be a tiny gremlin that screams and yells excitedly about all of my hyperventilation. It's great.
Yeah, I decided to show off one of the costumes I was talking about, debating if I was going to keep it more secret, Christopher. I may have combined some of the Eevee heads with maid outfit because it looks freaking adorable.
I want to give you the fancy schmancy maid outfit I have.
Yeah, I definitely could use more maid outfits.
Yeah, the one I have has a giant skirt. And it's really weird because, like, so personally, I do actually really like frills and stuff, but, like, character and design-wise, they just don't really work. And so there's this running joke that if I'm ever in a VTuber, like, virtual maid cafe, I'm going to be the soul bumper. Everyone else will be in dresses, and then I'll be in a tux.
Bunny maid is fair, Luke, but this is actually Sylveon. This is the Sylveon hat for this.
Are we talking about bunny people? I have Bunny Abby. I have it because it's funny for
Ow.
it's funny for when I'm on Loki's stream, because then there's two bunny girls on stream.
That's fair.
Oh, he caught Mewtwo earlier
Yeah,
today.
that's totally fair. Every VTuber eventually needs a maid outfit, I think. I think that's a fair assessment.
It's required. Alright, let's see if my level, what is it, 27? Level 26 Pidgey. Oh no, it has the EXP share on it! Nope. Nope, we are going right back, and we are trading back, and I am putting the EXP share back in the other game. I need it too much in the other save file. Oh my god.
Alright, we're gonna switch over to Fairy. It isn't actually that deep in here, if I recall right.
I was just about to, like, boot down the,
There it is.
I'll shut down my GameCube.
I got Sylveon. Yep, box made outfits. I think the Discord is called Seabung Garden. I'm not sure. Just found it with the switch or search.
Oh.
Cotton candy, Igglybuff, Togepi. Take a candy here.
don't want to be weird and ask. I already had to do some very uncomfortable adult things today, like adulting. My brain's just like, no.
That Iggly buff just hit me with three straight zap cannons.
Well, I'm sorry. That would be awesome if you could, can't read your name, Koneko.
Yep, Koneko. I met her through Link to the Past as well. I need to do some more Link to the Past randomizers at some point. But just...
I will happily let you do that and not be involved.
Yeah, who's that Pokemon going on? Oh, okay. I know that one. It's a pretty bird.
I wonder if there's any Seavan VTubers on any of the Hawaiian Islands.
Okay, I believe Snubble's actually pretty good for this. Yeah, I don't know how to spell Altaria.
Why are they moving at like hyper speed?
Oh, because I'm holding fast forward.
Oh.
Miss
Just
Court.
like, what's happening to your game? I glance over and I'm like, that doesn't look normal.
How's it going? How'd the rest of your stream go? So, Miss Court's someone that was nice enough to raid into me, what was it, about a month or 2 months ago? And I've been slowly popping in and chatting more, but then I ran into Miss Court at the VTuber Twitch Club and started talking a lot more with her. But hi, Fusion Vigilante, Truckifer, Dark Wolf, Miss Court. Well, did a lot of Expedition 33. Yes, I hope you really enjoyed it. I had a ton of fun playing Expedition 33 myself. Yep, we talk.
It's on my list.
Usually about the time I'm going to bed, I see you popping around in there. Because you're usually getting up. But for all the raiders that don't know me, I'm Haru. I'm a non-binary variety streamer that does a lot of randomizers, roguelikes, and just tries to have fun, promote positivity and whatnot. I'm currently in some new outfits today. I've been showing off a bunch of new Pokemon outfits. I am in a Sylveon hat with a maid outfit right now, but I also have a new Eevee hoodie. Oh, no problem. I love shouting out anyone that raids in, and I love doing my best to give them a proper welcome, especially if there's someone I know. Yeah, I thought it was cute. I needed to up my Pokemon game, and I always talk about how I like the Eevee. I'm boring and like the evolutions, so why not just lean into that even more? Yeah, I'm glad to hear you enjoyed that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with liking the evolutions. I adore them.
Yeah. I just say it's boring because there's so many Pokemon, and liking the evolutions just feels like the safe answer. Like, if someone tells you that their favorite Pokemon is Rubbish, I think it's called, the trash Pokemon, you have follow-up questions.
I can kind of see it being the sort of cute, like, gremlin.
Hey, Jim. Yeah, no, the evolutions are way up there for me, as are Vulpix and the Alolan Vulpix, and the Galarian Ponyta, and then of Pokemon people might not know, Magearna, someone made a good point, Decia or whatever, I just mess up their name always. Diancie
I love Diancie
are both
so much.
adorable, and then
Her voice
Marshadow,
actor-
I think it is.
Marshallow's super cute. Diancie's voice actress is such a sweet human being. I met her at convention before times, and I accidentally stumbled into a Catholic mass that she was a part of because for some reason we had a Catholic mass on the Sunday of the convention that I did not know about. There was a Warbler panel afterwards, and it was on Daylight Savings weekend, so I was like at the wrong time because the time shift. And so I tried to leave, and she's like, okay. And I just awkwardly sat down and sat through a whole Catholic mass.
You have a Leafeon on top of your monitor at work? That's awesome. And yeah, that would be an awkward situation, but sounds like a great memory.
She was so nice. Just genuinely a nice human. And I love it when people are that way. And there was a kid that asked a heavy question because they didn't feel safe asking it, like in their usual church. And it was about being gay. And like the priest, there was a Catholic priest at an anime convention doing Catholic mass. And he was so kind. And then she asks this kid, so the Diance's voice actress is also there. She asked this kid, would you like a hug? It's okay. And I'm just like, holy shit, you are so pure. I love you. So, yay!
That is a great.
Also, so
moment.
I'm CruiseNico6 on Discord as well. I was an early Discord user, so I managed to secure my username when they did that whole stupid username tomfoolery.
But yeah, hope you get some great sleep and some great food, Miss Court. Thank you so much for trusting with your community. I'm just going to do my best to have a good time with everyone. And hello, Geeky Bat. Maybe you'll bring me some luck today. Yeah, technically, I could have taken Haru Zulux or just Zulux when I did my Discord name. I just kept the other one because that's my username everywhere.
Well,
Steam,
I mean, like,
PSN, etc.
yeah, that's you. I told you I only don't own it in like 3 places. Okay, we're gonna go take a breath and hopefully wipe Misty.
Here's hoping.
I haven't done. Oh, I should also do the Nugget Bridge exploit, shouldn't I?
I'm blanking on what that is right now.
It's where you purposefully faint to the last guy on Nugget Bridge, and then you can get a bunch of nuggets.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Always appreciate when people want to hang out and have fun. I'm still sitting here thinking I'm accidentally going to be in the running for most wholesome streamer of my stream team, and that's never something I really planned for.
But that makes you even more wholesome.
Because it's just like, my whole vibe is very wholesome. I don't really play wholesome games, but...
No, your vibe is wholesome, that's what matters. I don't really know what I would be, because I'm kind of in like 2-ish groups. One of them I'm a lot less active in just because of our like time zones, but then the other one it's like a trio. I think I'm the Gremlin.
Gremlin's a
I don't know
fine
how to feel
place to
about
be.
that. What?
Gremlin's a fine place to be. I very much have a
Yeah,
gremlin side.
But I'm only a gremlin when I'm in my sea slug form. Like it's yeah, it's kind of just like, well, you're the only one that gets super excited and hyperfixated on things, so you're the gremlin, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it sucks when your name's taken. I have an email or for my legal name too, but it's a bit of a mess because that was taken. And then I have 2 emails for Haru Zulux because I forgot I had made an email account and then made a second email account after I discovered it was taken. Because I have a small history of people stealing my usernames. And then figured out I had the first one.
I had one person try to impersonate me, and that was really funny. It's like, why are you impersonating me? I am nobody. This was before I was a YouTuber or even a streamer.
Yeah, I hope your Burb race goes well.
I mean, so far it's being successful.
It's neutral.
Oh, successful. God. The slug puns infiltrate everything in my life now. It's terrible.
It's
I'll
fair.
just be having casual conversation with like my parents, And I'm just like, I'll just be like, oh yeah, we had a slug salad time. And they're like, are you having a stroke? I'm just like, no.
Yeah, no, there's another streamer I know. Is a fairy streamer, and she uses so many fairy puns that I can't imagine that her daily life doesn't accidentally slip them in.
Yep.
Especially since anytime someone comes in, she goes, very nice to meet you. I have to imagine she's actually slipped that in real life to someone.
Well, fortunately, people can assume it's a mispronunciation, or they heard it wrong.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, fairy and very, they sound nearly identical. Slugsalent and slugtastic and slugfering. They're not. It's just the word slug shoved into other words.
That is fair.
Like, my mod, he made a joke earlier and he was just like, oh, I thought I sent it in chat, but he sent it to my he sent it to me on like text, because the two of us actually like know each other personally IRL. Because I was in my like humanoid this form, well, the Shadow Abbey, and then I turned into a sea slug again because I had tits set up and like it was really funny to get muted with stuff. But he sent, are we down slugging now? And I'm just like, doesn't even work in that word. Why are you doing this to me?
How'd I die? I just healed.
God.
Did it explode?
Yeah, working retail, especially fast food, is brutal. I've worked retail.
Yeah, you hear some interesting stuff in retail. I mean, the thrift store was retail.
Yeah.
I mostly worked on donations, but I definitely had to go interact with people at some points.
I've worked in a garden center and at like a big box store. Customers are engaged.
Alright, I gotta survive. Ooh, twice. 2 HP.
My Bulbasaur just learned Razor Leaf.
Nice, that's a good one. I'd very much be happy with a Bulbasaur that could learn Razor Leaf. I don't think I've had it in a long time.
I don't either.
Oh, Mawile, Snubble. Okay, we're good here. Most jobs I work at night shift were usually by yourself, kind of like it away. Yeah, if I didn't have a significant other, I would probably have landed on the night shifts at some point, because Flip says Bergmite you self-destruct. Okay, that is what I missed. Because I am naturally a night person. Surprise, surprise, the person that streams until 3, 4 a.m. in the morning is a night person. The one that also starts at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. But, also, at least around my area, most of the night shifts pay a bit more.
Yeah. There aren't night shifts where I live anymore, so.
Yeah, most of them have gone away, unfortunately, around me.
Yep. I miss going grocery shopping at 3 a.m. It was nice.
Same, it's the only time I can go to Woodman's that isn't just packed.
Also, it's so quiet. You don't have to deal with the sensory overload of people plus all of the bad sounds.
Jigglypuff is a extreme long shot, maybe.
How to tell that I'm autistic without me telling you I'm autistic. Alright, Staryu is down.
You had impossible, but... Don't know, because you just said it. I think I'm going to go with the long shot. Jigglypuff's going to evolve kind of boringly. But then that will evolve pretty quickly too. Unless I get a Ditto. Then it's going to be just sad. Oh, Smeargle would also be sad. Most of this other stuff will evolve again by level 20 or so. Ditto and Smeargle are going to be BST divided by 10. So means I'd have to get a Smeargle or Ditto up to level 50. Probably.
Oh my god. Why so high?
Because the end evolution, like maybe I get lucky and it's the upper 30s or 40s and there's actually going to be another evolution. But the final forms are always going to be 450 or higher, which means BST divided by 10 starts at 45.
Ah. The Starmie KO'd. I missed and then it KO'd.
Oh, your Burb is dead?
Yes, and my Bulbasaur is dead.
That's a shame.
It is. Why is this Starmie so broken?
Oh, that thing's a beast.
And the rest of my team is not leveled. Yeah, I have a level 9 Zubat, a level 11 Butterfree, and a level 8 Clefairy, and a level 8 Paris. We're all gonna die. Should have gone to 32. You're right.
Let's see.
I don't.
What is
I don't wanna
Starmie's
be
BST?
very cute backup though. Alright.
Alright, that makes some sense. Starmie is a 520, which puts it on par with most final evolutions of the starters.
Yup. Which is insane. Gen 1 is certainly something else.
Yeah, there's a couple Mons that I didn't quite realize how good their BSTs are, and so that starts becoming the only thing that I care about. Especially, like, Slaking. That thing is on level of legendaries.
It is. That's why it has to have its nerf.
Uh-huh. And it doesn't have to have that when you're playing Ironmon or Roguemon. Because all abilities are randomized.
My god.
It's very scary to run into one of those, because it's a 670, I think it is.
Yeah, it's insane. Stoke what fire? What am I missing?
I used to respect you, thought I was enough. Yeah, feels like half a century ago. Guess you keep coming back.
Yeah, I can't fight wilds.
Without even feeling sorry between goodbye.
Gotta go strike fire, don't change while I'm gone. I mean, I'll consider not changing Christopher. Go Igglybuff. That's a problem.
One of my friends just sent me an Ask Reddit thread, and it's what is the American equivalent of breaking spaghetti in front of Italians? Do you have any ideas, Haru?
Honestly, it might be something like pineapple on pizza.
Pineapple on pizza is delicious and is an American invention.
I thought it was Canadian.
Nope, it's American.
But, no, probably, you know, something related to cooking burgers or hot dogs on a grill in some way.
One of the responses is putting ketchup on your prime rib.
That's
Another
fair.
is dumping all the salsa into the chips basket on top of the chips.
An hour ago, another streamer was talking about that topic. You're getting deja vu right now.
Osmosis! Osmosis! It just got us through all of us, despite our best efforts.
That was painful, but we finished you off.
Raisins in the potato salad. Yeah, I can agree
But I
with
live in the
that.
Midwest. That's a common thing that people do.
I know, and I think it's nasty. You're in the part of the Midwest that thinks it's normal. I'm in the part of the Midwest that thinks it's nasty. Because for some reason, Nebraska is called the Midwest, even though it's really Central Plains. I don't know.
I died.
It's weird. If you're in eastern Nebraska, people say you're in the Midwest. If you're in western Nebraska, people say you're in the Central Plains. And I'm just like, but we're literally in the middle of the country.
Mm-hmm.
I've
The
heard
Midwest is a weird area, and then you meet people that think they're in the Midwest, and you're just like, no, you're
in
not.
Colorado.
I've met people from Boston that think they're in the Midwest, and I've met people from southern Texas that think they're in the Midwest.
What? No.
Yeah.
They're south. They're deep south. Like, no, you're not Midwest.
I'm like, Boston, you're on the East Coast. I don't care if it's a 60-minute drive or whatever. You're on the East Coast.
60-minute driving. If I want to see the ocean, I have to drive at least, I think, 14 hours in one direction to not be like a teeny tiny crappy like inlet and actual ocean. 14 hours.
Outspend me. Yeah. I mean, I've got the Great Lakes not that far from me, at least. I prefer them over the ocean anyway.
We don't have anything. We have like one lake that's man-made, but like it's nasty because it's a man-made lake.
Middle of the U.S. Yeah, I've lived in the Midwest my entire life. Basically just going north and south of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm smack in the middle. I'm in Nebraska. I'm literally in the middle. Which valley? I'm sorry, there's multiple. No, I'm not north of the middle. There are 3 states. Like, I am a triply landlocked state. I'm in the middle, not north.
Definitely maybe there.
Misty, stop using full restores.
Yeah, they're a pain with that, aren't they?
Actually, no, keep using them on Staryu. That'd be great.
Guys, this is the middle. San Bernardino Valley.
Lebanon, Kansas, even though I'm in southern Nebraska. Oh, San Bernardino Valley. Okay, yeah. See, I have to ask, because I am not from that side of the country. I've never been from that side of the country. I have family out east, which is interesting, because I do have family out west, but, like, that side of the family I don't really know.
With I'm junior. Yeah.
There we go.
I'm in Wisconsin right now, so I'm northern Midwest, obviously, but I'm very squarely the Midwest of the U.S. or middle of the U.S. All right, I already ran a hope. This one's a dream. Been to both sides of the U.S. That is fair. Now, I have had a funny coincidence happen with me where I've had any friends that have had children decide just to move to a coast.
I mean, there's so many more economic opportunities. It's not even funny.
So I ran a hope, so you're a dream. Because, I am running a mon that my only attack is really Ancient Power, 5 PP. But if I can get it to level 15 somehow, I technically have Thief as well. Of course, I start against a Rougemon. Alright, new plan.
Okay, I am falling asleep, so I'm gonna go get some.
Okay. It was lovely hanging out with you some.
Come and hang out and vibe. It was fun.
Yeah. Hope you get some wonderful sleep, and we will talk again at some point.
Absolutely. We need to get you set against me.
Yeah, I need to go learn all that stuffs.
If I can figure it out, we can figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I got no chance on this thing. Get coffee syrup at more than just Amazon. I can get a few in my local grocery stores, but not too many.
Alright. Good night.
Good night.
Chat, make
Have
sure
a
to hot
wonderful-
shower Harley with love. They're awesome.
I might go find another one of these. Coffee milk, coffee syrup. Ah, yeah. I just have generic coffee syrups. Well, unless I go to Woodman's, I think that place has a lot more choices. Alright, please tell me there's another one of these for me to catch. So it has Stab, Draining Kiss, and if I can get a better nature on this thing, it will have good special attack. Yeah, thank you for the follow. Always appreciate when people want to hang out with me. Hope you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful time in general. I need to go up here. I'm gonna try to catch more of you. Please. Is that the route or is that just the water? Not sure. I need to learn how to read that map better. Just the water. I'll get another one of these. It's a shame because I need to fix that special attack to be able to run this thing. Probably, at least. I might be able to. If I can't find anything else. Be a very long shot, though. I mean, very long shot. Light gray is water, darker gray is land. That is fair. Do I try Togepi? I don't like the cotton candy thing. How does it evolve, though? Oh, I guess I pick up one and see. That's a almost 7% chance for a Sylveon. How awesome would it be if I could get a Sylveon while wearing this outfit? That would be so huge for me. Also, it's after 2 a.m., huh? I should not keep doing this for that much longer today. It's not unrunnable. Especially since I was telling you all I was going to be back at, 3 noon instead of 1 for more date everything. For reference, for anyone that's not in the central time zone, noon is 9 hours, 30 minutes from now. Give or take a little bit. Ooh, Mime Jr. We're gonna look at you. Nope. Mawile could be okay. I unfortunately have to catch one. So we'll see. I can't risk this. How are your stats? You're obviously fast. Level 8, it loses Toxic, right? Huh. I might catch a level 8 one. Stab Iron Tail hurt quite a bit. "3 a.m.'s far too early for you without on your broken sleep schedule. Then hope I get on a run real soon, Christopher." Do I try catching a third one? Both have been truant so far. We've all pretty decently, right? Do I do another one of these? I think I do another Swirlix if I can find it. Wait, that one wasn't Truant. So they do exist. But I just catch another one of these. It's got the highest Sylveon chance. And if I manage to turn this thing into a Sylveon, I will just stay up running it until it passes out. If suffering? Increases Pokemon's defense, fixes as actually by possesses. Alright. It's actually not too bad either. This one's slightly stronger and faster. I think we take this one. I like Volt Absorb as a move, but the AI seems to really know that I don't have electricity anytime I go for Volt Absorb, or not to use electricity on me most of the time. Sylvie, I have dreams for this one. Mawile's gonna be a problem in this, right?
And you know how to forget all the wrongs in
So we're gonna come out here. I don't think there were Mawiles out here. I've got Poison Fang against berries, though.
It's getting me in trouble, baby, and I can't break away. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy,
Love a Rogue Stone sooner rather than later.
just like before. So
Oh, this might be a bit dangerous.
keep it low, take it easy, take it slow. Ended up just like before. So take it easy.
I don't think I ever used that. waste the healing. We got 2 battles and 1 level. Slightly increases the odds we can get through this first trainer. We don't have an awful moveset. Alright, first mon down, level 10. Fighting. Flying Fairy Psychic. That's a problem. Sucks how often an early status can kill off a decent mon. Okay, we're gonna go see if we can find an item that helps us. It's about the only way we can save this run. We need to get rid of this fire. Nope. Poison Fang didn't even do enough to finish it. I should have used the wing, but I didn't actually care. I was not coming back from that. Mime Junior, Little Fly, Little Kepa. Go Mime Junior. Of course, you are a straight up physical attacker. Oh, we managed to get out. We know the Mime Junior is useless, so... Alright, what do we got going on here? Actually, head up first. More likely that we run into level 8. I would love just a random level 8. Doesn't even really matter what. Our Mime Junior is really slow. Well, you like your electricity. Looking for at least a third mon here. Rito's not the worst. And I love the pun of its name. We can look at the Mawile. $18. Nope. Come on, I just want something to play with. Don't love you, but we can do a Roguestone one. I should not be tempted by just a super high special attack Draining Kiss. I am definitely slightly tempted by that though. He is super slow. We catch another Spritzy. I'm gonna go for it. It's one of those mons that's a really good or bad idea, and no, we're gonna try this one. Labebe evolves pretty early, has okay numbers. Yeah, this has the best chance to actually turn into something. As funny as the other one would be. Like, this does have amazing stuffs, but Rock Slide, Brick Break's not bad. And it is Stab, Disarming Voice. Can't poison a poison. Oh, it poisoned me. Okay. Gotta use my antidote already, unfortunately, but that's why I usually grab one here. Get real tired of losing runs by getting poisoned on that first mon. Alpha baby, you can stay alive. You know, you could choose to miss one of those play roughs, you know. That would be appreciated. Alright, finally something for Disarming Voice to actually hit. Hello, Jake. I am doing well on my end. I hope everyone else that's hanging out with me is having an amazing time, an amazing day. I am just vibing in here and having fun. But I hope you're having a wonderful day too, because you are absolutely included in everyone. Head off to bed. Alright, Zombie Kitty, have a good one. Said I'm going to be aiming to get back on at noon Central tomorrow for more Date Everything. And I have a 3 p.m. collab for Lockdown Protocol with some new VTubers I'm hanging out with. Don't actually know what I expect for that one, so we'll find out together. I've only barely talked to them, but I'm trying to meet some new people. And then I'll be off for a bit, and then we'll be doing the Ocarina of Time tomorrow night. We do take Pedal Dance. I think we take it over Toxic. Toxic is solid, but not what we go for in terms of avoiding stuff. I gotta use Rock, right? You're strong against gas. Very in fighting, yes. Alright, I took it out. Hopefully I do not need more rock. Grass, dark. This is fine. Oh, you're poisoned now. Not very effective, but punch through. gonna be very close if we can evolve this before Brock. I don't think we can, though. We would need some massive EXP from the rival. That's a start. This is less of a start. Yeah, we're not getting to 19 before Brock. If we clear Brock, though, we will evolve. We're going to Brock with 20 healing. Should probably be used after this trainer. Cool. Was not, but we're still going to Brock. We're going to evolve after this if we can win. Which might be the difference between a win or a loss, so here goes nothing. 2 easies so far. This is fine. Oh, that did nothing. I'm gonna try disarming voice instead. Oh, you're normal now. Okay, didn't take too much damage from that at least. Grass poison. Already determined that I have to do rock slide on this. Rock water. We'll just start pedal dancing. Hopefully the last one also takes. Well, I stopped pedal dancing for some reason. And we're through Brock somehow. Let's see what we evolve into. Go on, Flood Baby. Be amazing. Togechick. That's not the worst. If we were assuming we evolve the same as normal, Togekiss is a 525, right? So it's going to be somewhere between 470 and 570. We got a good chunk of special attack. We were actually a physical attacker beforehand. Or, no, still special. I'll take those stats on this. Do I have any moves I actually want to PP up? Sky uppercut. I think so. I think I gotta go this way. I need more healing. Now I need a rogue stone. I forgot to check what the red one does. Paralyze as well. I think we gotta go this way. Okay. Now I need to find a rogue stone. If I ever find one on the ground, we can instantly use it. Like I said, this thing should have pretty good evolutions, including Moltres, Thundurus, and Zapdos. I need to not ruin another run by not healing. Alright, we need all the XP to get a little bit stronger here. hurt yourself a bunch. Stop it. Love the vibes. Thanks for hospitality. Already excited for Ocarina. Congrats on the Evolution Press. Congrats for music next time. Thanks. Yeah, I need to keep adding more songs, but it takes me a while to go through the NCS category to find more and more songs that I vibe with well. Yeah, I'm glad you're liking the vibes and hospitality. Yeah, Ocarina of Time, I might start a little bit earlier tomorrow night. I might start it at 10 because I kind of need to do it. I might just shift it up a little bit. But that's going to be with crowd control. Over on Twitch is unfortunately the better experience for crowd control because you can use channel points and whatnot with that. Like, I would love things to be equal, but there's just not a channel point system equivalent over on YouTube that I can utilize. But I still give out some free coins for the YouTube people to mess with stuff. But it should be a lot of fun messing with the whole crowd control Ocarina of Time again. It was real goofy last time, and there's been a few people asking for it, so I'm sure they're ready to mess with me quite a bit. I mean, if you want to jump over to YouTube, you can. YouTube and Twitch will use the same crowd control stuffs for coins. Yeah, you want to come over to Twitch and hang out here too. My Twitch username is same over here, just Haruzulux. Frick. But I stream quite a bit, so if you lurk around, you tend to have a ton of points to mess with me during crowd control ones. But unfortunately, after tomorrow night, I'm off for a few days. Not my choice. I'm taking a forced break. Family's coming into town. You currently have 76,000? Yeah. Alright, I need to full clear this, which is going to be tough with what I have. We're going to try some pedal dancing at spots and hope that they'll line up decently. This ball's not good enough. It's only 5 TP. Yeah, so normally you can have like 3 channel point redeems set up for crowd control. The Twitch channel points, I'm a crowd control premium user, so I set up like 9 or 10 of them. I try to balance them somewhat between decently helpful or decently hurtful without making it too much of a this run is over. I have a fire heal. 154,000. Yeah, you don't fish.
Hydration check.
Thank you for the hydrations. I try to give people stuff to use them on.
Maintain perfect posture. Check.
Thank you for the posture check. I'm sitting here cross-legged in my chair. I should stop that. Alright, so I only have 1 hope left. And that is finding something to cure my burn. You can stop looking this way. Thank you. More healing. You've got 1 item over here. I don't think any of this is helping me. what's the Asperberry one? Defrosting. Close but no cigar. And you? Umu milk. See, I could probably get through the two mandatories. Granted, I have to rely on Pedal Dance. There's one more check I can do here. Here's hoping Pedal Dance can do something. Hit, or you die. Burn heal? Calcium. So the only thing I can do is heal up and force my way through here. Then we're going to be missing the full clear and a lot of EXP. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can do this. We'll keep struggling for a little bit. Wait. No, that's just healing. That's not the lumberry. I still don't know my berries very well. Oh, hey, a shell bell. If I could somehow equip that, that would help. Oh, same with that TM. If I could learn Draining Kiss, that would help. I guess we heal and go die to the rival.
If I didn't chase you, would you even care? And if I lost my mind, would you come around? I will keep you safe and sound after all this time.
Brick break. And rock slide. Through the rival. I suppose the other thing that could save this run, now that we're missing EXP, is if somehow we find a Rogue Stone real soon. Squash the bug. Pedal Dance you, and Pedal Dance is still strong enough to get through that. Okay. Manifest one for me? I would appreciate it. Like, if my level 28 move is Draining Kiss, that might do something too. But we're running at the tail end of everything. You died at Brick Break well. After fighting. Well, good news and bad news. I did manifest one. What's in the Ruined Bastion? I don't think we're making it there. Fury swipes. That's not gonna help me. Okay. Roguestone? Roguestone? I mean, a healing item's not the worst. Roast grass. Hope the Pedal Dance gets through this. Oh, you have good defenses. through you. Can we just disarm and voice you? Nope, we're gonna pedal at you. Two more mandatory. Or hope pedal dance can get us through decently. That you don't hit yourself. How long can we keep this run going? XP share is not the answer. I suppose I should probably snooze ads just a little bit. Scraggy. I'm done after this run dies. But I'm gonna keep trying as hard as I can. Lava cookie's not bad. Like, there's no way we actually take this through Misty, right? Even then, I don't think I can actually get a Rogue Stone for this until Surge from a Gym 1. But yeah, nicely done, Christopher. So no healing. We have some status heals at least. Oh, this is going to be hard. Well, first one went okay. You just have one Mon. Survive with 1 HP, huh? Alright. Misty time. Get you down. Tail hurt some. Sandstream's probably going to be the difference. I don't think I can kill stuff fast enough for the Sandstream. I missed the, Oh, the Sandstream's not taking me out anymore. Oh, there it goes. Alright. No runs tonight, but I hope you all had a good time. I think we had some good conversations in there. I will do some cross promotion real quick. If anyone's on YouTube and wants to come over to Twitch, that's that. And if anyone is on Twitch, and I've frozen my things a little bit, you like the new costumes? I'm glad you like the new costumes. And if anyone's on Twitch and doesn't know about my YouTube side, that's my YouTube side. That said, we're going to look for someone to raid real quick. We're going to see if anyone stands out for me real quick. Let me see how Sen's doing. We're going to send you over to Sen. Sen is doing Rougemon, and Sen, unlike me tonight, is on a run. I don't have to look long to figure that one out. Sen has a Shell Bell on a Mon. That is a run. But I hope everyone stays well. I will be back in 9 hours-ish to do some more Date Everything. This time, ideally, without... Well, I'm not going to be doing the dare either way. I don't think it's going to be approved. But I'm still going to ask chat for input. But this time, we're going to move a little faster. But I hope you all have a wonderful time, and we will see you around. Until next time, bye-bye.